Hey, well, let me say something. Since DJ Snoopadelic is just getting off the game and he's going to go back and DJ a little bit, I mean, it's incredible what this man does. This man plays Madden. He DJs parties. He goes and performs for millions of people a year. He saves kids. He has a beautiful family. He has a compound that's like no other. He's giving back to the community, and yet he has time to get on the DJ and play a great song. Man, I want this guy in my party at all time.
So what you're saying is not only is he a talented black man, but he's such a positive influence on everyone around him in the community. So we are grateful for Dog and starting the GGL, and we thank you so much for everything that you did and do for us continually, Dog, with the GGL. Guys, we're having so much fun hanging out. Guys, shout out to Red Grant. Red, where can they find you on social media?
Oh, you can go to redgrant.com, or you can go to Red Grant on Instagram, Facebook. No respect, man. Dangerfield. And you can go find me anywhere, man. Make sure you pull up my shows. Funniest guy in the world right now. If you like somebody else, I guarantee if you come see me, you won't want to go back. I promise you that.
Red Grant, it was so much fun hanging out with you. That bracket is set. Out of the west side, we got Final Four matchup, Snoop versus Chevy Woods. It's your boy Hollywood hanging out here with Red Grant. Red Grant.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Hollywoods. Much success on the headphones and much success on all your career.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, let's do this again. It was fun.
I like it.
Guys, if you're just checking in for the GGL, we're going to slide over to that matchup between Shelton and Lodi. So here's the thing. Shelton would love to knock Lodi out of this matchup here, sending Taylor Gang out of the bracket, out of the east side. Thing is, Lodi would love to get in there. Shelton, one of the favorites here at the compound. And the favorite's still up by 7. Timeout's called, just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Shelton always looking so composed. I talked to Shelton earlier. I asked him what was his biggest concern in the GGL III tournament today. His response to me, he said, Hollywood, I'm wondering how I'm going to fit that trophy in my bag as I walk home. Seen a lot of timeouts called here, so both players want to keep time on the clock. Looks like Lodi's playing here. Lodi wants to get on the board, does not want to enter the second half. Being down over 7 points, going to see a kickoff here. Lodi's going to grab this one, going to go on the run back. He's going to cut back left. Good spin there. Gets tangled up, finally brought down. 2-minute warning, leaving it 1:53 on the clock.
1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Houston.
Shout out to everybody who's in the chat hanging out. We appreciate all you guys hanging out here with us here at Mixer.com/Snoop Dogg for the GGL number 3. Make sure you hit that follow button. Host the stream. We do one of these every month.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it.
Going.
Instead,
So Lodi going for a big throw downfield. Lodi not able to get it done there. Lodi trying to get in the end zone with just under 1:44 remaining in the second quarter.
To get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hashtag GGL Snoop Dogg. Crossfire, we see you in the chat. Thank you, Snoop Dogg, for all you do. Thank you for loving me. That's from Boss Skydiver 597. Yo, let's go from Regulated 808. Yo, we see you out there in the chat. Havoc with that Need That Lucid Sound jersey. Havoc, they're available on lucidsound.com. Lucid Sound, the official headset sponsor of the GGL. Just announced yesterday the official Snoop Dogg Lucid Sound LS50 headset. Limited edition, only 3,000 of those. Looks like I got Young Sag the Bully making his way over to the booth.
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket.
So 1:30 left in this match.
Got enough
match in the half. Loody wants to get on the board. Loody, my bad. When did I don't even know when I went to Loady. Lody. I was like, when did I go to that? I don't even know.
Hey, Loody.
My bad,
Loody
Loody.
from Tanner gave me Lodi from GGL. He got 2 names.
He's going to play on this side after this game.
Man.
So we got Loody versus Sheldon. Sheldon,
That's a good matchup.
you know, still a lot of time in this matchup. Only up 7, not really a game changer, but Loody definitely wants to get a stop here. Can't let Sheldon score.
Uh-oh, wide open.
Sheldon, downfield, gonna grab.
Wide open.
You know, so we call that commentator's curse. Whenever you say exactly what shouldn't happen,
Happens.
it's exactly what happens.
All I can do is shake my head right
You
now.
know what it was? We got in his head. It was the whole Lodi thing. Like, he was still stuck on Lodi, and Lodi got thrown off.
Right. But after all, he is playing somebody from GGL, though.
So Sheldon going to take a commanding 14-0 lead. Going to kick off. You know, I'm going to quit messing with Ludi before he come over here and mess with me.
I know, man. Yeah.
That's what it was. That threw him off.
I don't
He was
know
in his head after that.
where his defense was.
Sheldon right now got Ludi in a donut shop.
Donut shop. He thought, hey, can somebody bring a donut?
Says so Randy's right down the street.
No, there's some donuts right over there.
Oh, we got donuts
Yeah,
here?
can I get a glaze, please?
Said,
Can I get a glazed donut?
hey, the bully's making orders in the booth. He said he needed a glazed donut.
Uh-oh. He dropped it. I'm surprised Ludy's down right now. He played pretty good.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group.
So Ludi would love to get on the board here. Going into the half, you don't want to be down 14-0 against Sheldon. It's already so hard to score against Sheldon. And then to be down 2 possessions, 2 full possessions, you don't want that going into the third.
You got to fight.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
Got to get 3 or something, some motivation.
Ludi dropping back. Ludi, all kinds of time. Gonna go deep. There's the bomb.
Wrong one.
You know what? It was good,
see
though.
it?
You'd rather have that broken up than have Sheldon grab that and run back
playmaker
for
man
6.
was open, though. Got to look for your playmakers.
36 seconds left in the half.
This is a confident group, at the very least, they can field goal.
I appreciate that.
My boy,
We good.
When you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Please. Big bets.
take the glazed donut. Yes, sir.
Thing I don't need, the sugar donut, but I'm gonna eat it though.
Oh, yeah, what's bad for us is good.
Said, bet I'm gonna eat it.
Bad for the good.
All right, so Sheldon with the ball. 26 seconds remaining. Still has a timeout. An opportunity to cushion his lead right now.
Let's see what Shell's do.
Question is, does Sheldon go for it or does he just take the casual roll?
I think he might take the casual roll.
And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
No point in risking an interception there.
Randy's the best donuts in Inglewood.
So we see Loody calls a timeout there.
To go here in the first half.
Sheldon messing with the defense now.
I think Elroy gonna take the whole pot.
That's your prediction. Now that you're out, the bully's out, so now the money's
Got
on
my money.
Elroy.
My money on Elroy. Uh-oh. Oh, my
Oh, and
God.
he brings it down.
Oh, my God. See, Shell
So
going
9
for the,
seconds left. He's going to call a timeout
he
here.
going for the Easter basket.
So the question is, does he launch another bomb to the end zone? Because you still got enough time for that bomb and then try a long field goal.
I think so. That's the game plan. Then it'll be 17-0. Donuts. She might get Ludi a donut. Oh, he got one already.
He brought his own.
Oh, yeah.
He brought his own.
The life of the party.
Sheldon, 9 seconds on the clock. Gonna lose a lot of that time on the play clock. Dropping back. All kinds of time. Big throw, trying to get out of bounds. Gonna grab that first down, then run out of bounds.
Yeah, that's 3 points before the half. Or,
So the question is, does he take the field goal, or is he gonna launch one towards the end zone?
that's the poly student. He's going to take the 3.
He said, take the almost guaranteed
They smart
3.
kids. They smart ghetto kids over there.
Kick is up, sailing through the uprights, and just like that, Sheldon going to take a commanding 17-0 lead.
Next score will be a dagger. Third quarter.
So the thing is, Sheldon's already made it a 3-possession game. Moody's really got to score here, and he's got to score quickly.
Sheldon's defending his title, as he should. Yeah. He's the last champ, so he's playing like he's defending his title.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because
We all do too. We got to go see Elroy, though.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
Oh, he brings it down. That's huge.
Oh.
So that is huge right now.
that's a good catch. Good catch.
We'll be able to bring it down. Gonna move the chains way downfield.
49 yards.
Got to get
In a
some points, though.
3-possession game, you got to score quickly coming out early in the third.
Yes, I agree.
Inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
What does Loody do?
Moody dropping back. All kinds of time in the pocket.
Uh-oh.
Gonna run this one out. Trying to get out of bounds. Not able to make it out of bounds.
He fumbles, but the ball goes off.
Fumbles out of bounds. No change in possession.
Scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep
He
it.
scores is a good game.
That's just
He
because
could
you're a
come back.
defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy slip.
Unnecessary
Almost a
spin.
first.
This is where, for the offensive team, the sideline
You
is
know,
their friend.
I was gonna
Usually
let it
it's
slide,
Yeah, exactly right. Actually,
but I find the irony in you saying unnecessary spins.
The buttons.
Say,
The buttons.
Bully, we
My
saw
batteries
you,
was stuck.
we saw you do 37 spins on one play.
It was a joystick. It wasn't my fault.
He said it was the Y button.
Yeah, you know, it was sticking. You didn't see it sticking?
I didn't see that.
Roll,
I meant-
roll the camera back. You'll see it.
I thought you didn't have to do it until after you played.
Well, somebody before me had a donut.
Ah, okay.
I think his name was Brainiac. Somebody there had a donut.
Shots fired at the combo.
Where's Red Grant at? He was shooting a lot of shots. It's my turn.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive.
All right, so Loody gets on the board.
Okay.
Still a 2-possession game, and that's to tie.
He still got to execute more points.
First, you got to stop. You got to
Yeah.
stop Sheldon. You cannot let him score here, because now time is not your friend.
It's not.
Now we take a glance at the offense as
The
they
winner of this game goes against JC.
first possession.
That's a good one.
And JC, with all the momentum on his side right now, that is sure to be a good game.
Here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that
Guys, you just joined us in the chat. Up for grabs, not only the bragging rights, not only being the champion of GGL III, but a $5,000 prize pool on the line for the winner.
Sheesh.
Winner take all.
with another score right here.
Second place is just the first place loser here at the GGL. Winner's going to take home $5,000 for about 3 hours worth of work.
Ching, ching, ching. Make it rain. That's the biggest pay in pay period.
Sheldon going to take it to the run. Now, very interesting here. He takes it to the run because, you know what? When you're up 14, late in the third, you don't need to throw any unnecessary passes because those passes open you up to interceptions.
Yep.
Right now, you got to put all the pressure on the defense.
Yep. Got to stop the run. You stop the run and you stop the clock. See, right now, Sheldon don't have to hike the ball.
Loody,
He's
On
walking the
defense
clock.
here.
He's walking the clock.
Sheldon has all kinds of time. He's going to milk as much of that play clock as he can.
And there he goes,
Gets
wide
it-
open.
Gets it off. Breaks loose in the tackle. Oh, and then is brought down. You know, one more step, and he's taking that one to the house.
Yep.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across.
All right, right, so the sun's getting kind of low right now for Luke. Minute and a
Defense
half in the
got to step
third.
up. You got to stop. You got to get a stop.
All the momentum with Sheldon right now. You cannot let him score here. You let him score here, you might as well say this thing's over.
Yep.
And Sheldon gonna run that one up the middle, picking up a couple yards. Nothing big, nothing that Loody has to worry about right now. 2nd and 6. Sheldon running with a hurry up now. Gonna rush to the line, but then gonna take his time. Now, let me ask you this, Sag. Is Sheldon trying to draw him off sides?
No, I think he's just walking that clock now, as he should. He's up. No pressure, no sweat.
No pressure, no reason to throw him. So he could potentially run this game home.
Oh, yeah. You see he's had the ball the majority of the quarter, so it's like finna go into the fourth quarter. He's up 17-3. Gotta get a stop.
Moody's got to figure out a way to stop Sheldon from just eating this clock.
One more score and it's over. Cancel Christmas.
5 yards every time. That's enough to get it done.
Okay, he takes
Gonna
the
draw
flag.
the flag.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Gonna throw him back to 3rd and 10.
Delay of game penalty ships him back.
Now this makes it a little harder for the run play. At 3rd and 10, because you're not
Yeah.
gonna want to give up this kind of field position.
He got to gain some yards to get it in field position.
Got to
Let's
take
see
it to
what
the air.
does.
He drops back all
Uh-oh.
kinds of time.
Uh-oh.
He's got 2 open
Oh,
receivers,
wow.
one all the way down.
Oh,
Diving catch,
wow.
gonna bring it in. And just like that, we see a 1st and goal situation out of Shelton.
Yeah, it's over.
Not looking good for Loody.
Sheldon been hiding that game. That's what, yeah.
Loody looking over like, man, it's serious over
Yeah.
here. You know what it was? That was foreshadowing. Said when I called him low here, he was like, he got to change his name after
Yeah.
this game.
It got in his head.
He got to him. Said Shelton came in deep.
Okay, here we go. Put your folds up. We're in the fourth quarter. He drives.
Shelton taking it to the outside, gonna turn the
Oh.
corner, not able to get in. Probably just
Stop.
inside the 5-yard line. Making that 2nd and goal. Very early on in the fourth quarter. Now the thing is, Shelton can go for the score. He can take the field goal. The world is his oyster at this
Yeah.
point.
I think he goes for the whole thing.
The whole enchilada.
The whole thing. Right up
Shelton's just gonna
there
run it
is.
right in,
There it is.
and just
And
like
put the
that,
dagger in him.
dancing in the
Can we
end
get the
zone. That's gonna
paramedics
make
outside,
it a
please?
20-point lead, assuming he gets the field
Can
goal.
we get the paramedics
a
outside, please?
21-point lead for Shelton.
The champ is playing like the champ.
You know what? If Red Grant was still here, he'd say he'd still have a chance.
Yeah?
He'd say, you know, Hollywood, he could onside kick and recover and
Speaking
throw
of
a Hail
Red
Mary.
Grant, did you watch the game earlier between him and JC? That was a good game.
You know what? It was a great game.
Yeah. He didn't make the right decisions, though.
You know what? Right at the end of that game, Red Grant, you know, I'll say it. He got a little greedy.
Yeah, he did.
He got a little greedy. He could have taken a knee, finished things out, but, you know, not taking a knee.
Yep,
JC
yep.
battling back, forcing the overtime. JC in overtime had a great stop and then turned around, was able to score, and that's what put Red Grant over here in the
Yep.
booth with me earlier.
Ooh.
Ball thrown up.
Oh,
Good catch, brought
good catch.
down.
It's a good
That
catch,
was a
but
huge bomb. Now, where were these plays earlier from Loody?
First quarter, second quarter.
If Loody
Can't
had
wait
been
for the
making
fourth to
plays
show up.
like that earlier on in this game, then Loody possibly would have been moving on to the next round.
Yes, sir.
At this point, he's really just playing for pride. Loody looking to get into the end zone. A lot of time
Oh,
there.
my
Short pass
God.
and an interception.
That's to the house. Wagner. Bobby Wagner.
Wagner
Oh,
making it look easy.
my.
Look, he's cutting. He's taking the longest possible
Oh,
way across
my.
the field. Going on the diagonal.
Yeah. He's in the 30 club. He is in the dirty 30
Now,
club.
is Shelton officially? Can we get a? Is Shelton officially the first person to put somebody in the 30 club today?
Is he?
Shelton
He's playing
Putting
like
Loody in the 30
he won
club,
it all.
going up 31-3. Now, you know, I don't like speaking ahead, but let's just look at the bracket real quick. If you missed what happened until this point, in that first round, Young Sag, that's where we met you for the first time in this tournament. You took care of business against Ethan. Now, earlier, Red Grant said, yeah, but Ethan hasn't played all season.
That's not true.
So it was almost like you got a bye, but not really. Then you moved on to the second round. In the second round, you met Snoop Dogg, who had a bye in the first round, but didn't have enough gas in the tank to get it done against Snoop. Snoop moves on to the final four. In the other part of that West bracket, we had Waniac versus Red Woods. Red Woods able to take care of Waniac. Red Woods versus Chevy Woods. Chevy Woods from Taylor Gang able to take care of Red Woods in Inglewood, move on to that other Final Four spot. So that first matchup in the Final Four that we're going to see that's already locked in, that's going to be Big Snoop Dogg versus Chevy Woods. So that's the leader of the compound versus the rep from the West for Taylor Gang. Now, we already seen JC. What did JC do? Red Grant versus JC in the first game. Red Grant had a great lead early on in that game, held it for most of the game, but JC had an incredible rally right there at the end, and with 2 seconds was able to tie it up, forcing an overtime. In overtime, had a huge stop, was able to put the points on the board, finishing off Red Grant. Moved on to round number 2. Round number 2, JC was like, hey, you know what? I'm still not to be stopped. JC versus Lala, and guess what happened there? JC got it done, moved on, sealed his ticket for the Final Four right now. Moving on to that final bracket. We had Loody versus Triplo. So here's the thing. Loody didn't look good early on in that game. And then late game was able to get it done, moved on, and right now he's playing Shelton. The question is, you know, where will the score end? We know Shelton's going to come out on top here. There's just not enough time.
He might go to the 40 club.
Can he get to the 40 club?
It's a possibility.
There's 2 minutes and 41 seconds. He was already the first to the 30 club.
Tell me when to go.
Can Shelton
Tell me when to go.
Loody into the 40 club?
I think it's possible.
Somebody get Jay-Z on the phone because the 40-40 club could be open tonight.
Hey, Old English 40 ounce. Let's do it.
So Sheldon's going to be the final person to come out of the east side of the bracket, which means the matchup on that side is going to be JC versus Sheldon. Now, Sag, how do you feel about that matchup?
That matchup is going to be really devastating because both players are real good, and JC's been eager to play Sheldon, but you know Sheldon is also coach, and he's good at what he do, as you can see. So that's going to be a battle.
So you got to wonder, does coaching or will to win play a bigger part of this play? Sheldon obviously knowing what he's doing, being a coach, having all the plays, we're seeing the bag of tricks, but does that make Sheldon less prepared because of how easily he's taking care of Loody? That means he didn't have the competition there. Versus, let's look at the road that JC had to go down to get here. JC had to come from behind, win in the first round. Then he made a statement in the second round to make his way into the fourth. JC could arguably have the momentum here.
Yeah.
Sheldon has had an easier road, so I feel like that's going to be a great matchup. And, of course, on the other side, we got the big dog himself, Snoop Dogg versus Chevy Woods. Chevy Woods has not had an easy road to get here.
No.
He did not have an easy road, but Snoop made an emphatic statement against you, Sag. So, I mean, we're going to have a heck of a Final Four.
Well, yeah. That's Elroy. That is Elroy. Can't take nothing from him. It's going to be a good game, though. Oh, did he catch that? Oh, a pig. Oh, no, he punted it back. I think they're in the... Okay. Let's go.
So Loody's able to get 10. Still 3-possession game. Ball up, going to the end zone. Going to bring that one down.
Uh-oh.
So Loody playing for pride at this point. He's doing a great job. If Loody had played like this in the first and second quarter, this would be a totally different game right now.
Totally different. Got to come out the gate. He's done it. No, shut it. It goes for the onside.
Interesting call here. Going for the onside kick. Still a solid 2-possession game with only 1:26. I mean, you got to put it all on the line, but is this the right play at this time? That's a long squid kick.
Yeah.
Wisely, Shelton had a man in the backfield. He was ready.
Defense
for it.
got to be. He got to get a pick right now. Can't play with it. Got to get a pick right now. If you don't get a pick, it's over. It's closed curtains.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this
Just under a minute and a half remaining in this matchup. Loody from Taylor Gang, we appreciate him coming out.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a good sport about it. Right after this game, we're going to jump straight into our first Final Four game, which is going to be Big Snoop Dogg versus Chevy Woods.
Uh-oh.
Both those players, big titans of Madden 19.
Yes, sir.
This is possibly one of the last GGL events for Madden 2019 before we start moving into Madden 2020.
That's going to be great.
Quick shout out to all the fathers out there as we are quickly approaching Father's Day
Oh, yeah.
this Sunday.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day.
Appreciate all the dads out there, all the real men, the real fathers out there.
Because you do have some guys that are just riding the name.
Just because you can make a baby doesn't make you a father. So shout out to all the real fathers out there.
Yes, sir.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long
So,
play.
you know,
Get a timeout.
Saul on our production staff has 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't feel bad. Do not feel bad, bro.
Said no. Saul's been with the same woman for like, let's see, 17 years.
I got kids. Shout out to my kids if they watching. I know my son is watching. And
Your son play Madden?
yeah, he watches me play dog. He watches me play everybody in the Elite Eight.
So who's better, you or your son?
I say he's better.
So next time you gonna send your son to play instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Norwood gang.
Say, gang, gang. Sheldon, just look at that. Look at that clock management. Just letting all the time
It's
take
over.
out the clock.
Getting down to the nitty gritty now. Who's next?
This one's
Dog and Chevy.
Gonna call the timeout there. This one is in the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, Shelton's gonna move on, knocking out Loody from Taylor Gang. Loody, what a great sport, great show there.
Good game,
Appreciate
Loody.
him coming out. Holding it down. That looks like no representation from Taylor Gang out of the east side of the bracket as JC moving on. Sheldon gonna move on. So the only hope for Taylor Gang is Chevy Woods versus Snoop.
Right.
That's going to go in the books as a
Right.
55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be
That's-
time for maybe one
As a final
My money is
seconds of
going with Elroy all the way.
of that matchup, tick off the clock. It's official. Sheldon moving on. So Sheldon's gonna face off against JC.
size and futility. Do you
But up next, the matchup that we've been waiting for, the most anticipated match thus far. Chevy Woods from Taylor Gang versus Snoop Dogg. Holding it down for the compound.
GGL, baby.
Said Snoop was feeling very confident early on. Had a dog walk in the park, you'd say. Well, I guess you wouldn't say that. I would say that. Chevy Woods, much tougher road against Red Woods, but able to get it done in the clutch when it absolutely mattered. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Dread Central, I see you in the chat. Dread Central was at the party last night. Thanks for coming out. Boss Skydiver, we see you. Jay Green, 412 said, Chevy about to win. That's what he said.
Chevy about to win, huh?
Said AJ
Chevy got some
Sinister.
fans out there.
Said, you're looking good, Sag.
Appreciate
Said,
it.
lovely Lexi, blowing all the kisses in the chat. We appreciate you. We see you out there, beautiful. Shout out to all the beautiful people in the chat.
Wow.
Appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you follow Mixer.com/Snoop Dogg. We'll be back with the action after this quick message from one of our sponsors.